Good evening, friends. Let's talk about the stock. Everyone should be freaking buying Palantir stock, and I really do mean that. What other stock are you going to find right now that is giving you so much opportunity? And yes, it's at $40, but it's just the tidbit little that it is right now. A year from now, you will be begging to buy this stock at $40. Mark my words. So let's talk about Palantir. The main thing, I don't want to go all into the genesis of what Palantir is doing. I think if you know, you know, and I've gossiped, I've talked so much about it. I'm like a little schoolgirl. I love this stuff. I can't get enough of it. I am putting as much money, even at these prices, I'm still buying it because I know what's coming. So that's what I want to say. And this is, I don't want to make a doom and gloom video, but I want to, every investor should be thinking of this right now. So I fully 100%, I believe to my core that we are going to have a pullback in the market. We are going to have a recession, something. If you're still here and you haven't clicked off the video, heed this warning right now. And why this will wrap around Palantir 100% as an individual investor. So a lot of people right now, I know guys and girls that just buy mutual funds. I buy mutual funds. I buy them and I just let them sit there, occur, dividends, blah, blah, blah. Great, whatever. But there's also individual stocks like Palantir, for instance, that I buy. Still buying Palantir. I have it in different portfolios, but yes, I have it in different, places, pricing where I bought it. But I use it too as a savings account and as a retirement account. And that's what I'm saying. So I know there is going to be a pullback in this market. All the big wigs are saying it. Everyone feels it. It's coming. Things are way too expensive. Not only that, these last numbers that came out with inflation is going back up. It may be a little bit, but it is going back up. This is something you have to be very aware of. It's not going down. It's going up. Not good. Not only that, job reports, not great at all. So those are two huge things. And think of it this way. If that report that came out this Friday, if that report that just came out on Friday came out and we had not already done rate cuts or talked about rate cuts, what do you think would have happened to the general market? The market would have crashed. It would have exploded. It would have, the S&P would have shot. It would have lost 30%, like that. So with that right now, the only thing the market has going for it is this election and these rate cuts. But is it enough? We're still so much in debt right now. And obviously people are going to say the debt doesn't matter. It matters sometimes. And this is going to be one of those times where it does matter. So me, as an investor, what am I doing? I am only putting money into stocks that I believe that will do well in a recession. Companies that will, one, push the overall market, and two, this might be the most important, that the market is relying on. What is the market relying on more than not right now? The market is relying on these AI companies to help it and push it. Imagine where we would be if we didn't have NVIDIA, if we didn't have Palantir, if we didn't have these AMD, if we didn't have these companies right now pushing in billions, trillions of dollars right now. What I'm trying to make a fuss about right now, friends, with what's coming, you should be feeling comfortable in putting your money into something like Palantir stock, because even if we do see a pullback in the market, pullback or recession, I'm using those as two different things, two different elements, Palantir will be fine regardless, because Palantir is a very strong company. Palantir is going to continue to do great business. Palantir is not done with where it's going. It has no ceiling. Palantir has no competition right now. It doesn't have any competition. So this is, I remember last year where these analysts and all these people were coming out and saying Palantir is not going to be $30 until 2027. Literally, you can look those articles up if they've left them up. You can find them. They were not, there was no way Palantir was going to be at 30. It's now at 45. It had some sell-off, but it's still very high. It may be at 50 by the time these quarterlies come out just here in, a few weeks. Look at Palantir as a savings account. Look at it as buying gold, if you will, that you're going to buy it and store it away. Even if the market has a pullback, what's the worst we could see Palantir? Palantir could have a pullback of 25%. Maybe Palantir holds the rest of this year at $40 to $50, and we have some kind of pullback in the market, some kind of recession, maybe a big recession. Maybe Palantir falls back to a $30 range, $25 range. I don't know. That's really pushing it. I know people are going to come after me for that. It could. I don't think it's going to. I think that's a little much for what Palantir's got going on here, because still there's going to be stocks, even with a pullback, even with a recession, that they're going to have at first pullback, but they still will be showing what their value is. Nvidia is still going to be doing what Nvidia does. Palantir is still going to be doing what Palantir does. The main thing that's going to take hit are bank stocks. How it goes is, you have inflation, things get expensive. It starts to affect the day-to-day economy. Inflation, economy, people aren't getting jobs, people are losing jobs. Well, they have no savings. People start cashing in their stocks, bonds, mutual funds. There's no more money. We start to see recession. Banks start to worry. Bank stocks go, then everything starts to pull back. I think we're headed that way. I don't think it matters if Trump's president. I don't think it matters if Kamala's president. I really don't. And that's not a political statement whatsoever. I think the fuse has been lit. I don't think either of them can stop it at this point. The only thing that is helping the general market right now are these big AI stocks. I've been saying this for months. All of us have been. This isn't news to anybody that's been a part of what's going on in the stock market. We've seen it. These AI stocks have been controlling the general market, our North American market. They have been controlling it 100%. You must know that. It hasn't been car stocks. It hasn't been retail stocks. Nothing like that. It's been these AI stocks pushing the market 100%. So this brings me comfort. This is my overall argument. It brings me comfort to put my money in Palantir, because I know Palantir is going to continue to do well. And who's the number one customer right now of Palantir when it comes to these huge contracts? It's the government. It's our government. They're the one with these huge contracts with Palantir right now. They're not going to stop that. They're going to spend that money no matter what. They have to. They got to do it. So this is why I'm personally using I'm using Palantir obviously as a general investment, but I'm also using it as something like, hey, 10, 15 years from now, I'm not saying this is going to be an Nvidia. It's too soon to say anything like that, but I'm saying it could be a small brother. It could be something like that. As Palantir continues to grow, what else do you think is going to grow with it? And this is where you have to see this and admit this. We've seen it with a lot of stocks. When something keeps going up in price, what gets attached to it? What comes along with it? It's hype. It's FOMO. We've seen it already with Palantir. I dare say it's happening a little bit right now. When something keeps running, it will attract people that don't even know what it is. They'll just go, I just know I need to be a part of that. And they'll take X amount of money and they'll start buying into it. These are things that will push a stock to ridiculous prices. So going into this new year of 2025, friends, I don't know what we're about to see right now. I don't know who the president's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen. Frankly, I'm setting myself up for either one of them. And that's why I'm buying Palantir. That's why I feel comfortable buying Palantir, because even if there's a recession, I go, okay, my money's in Palantir. I'm safe. It's not in Bank of America or Wells Fargo. It's nothing like that. It's in a sturdy company, sturdy stock. I feel good about it. So that's my argument with that. Think about that. Just think about that. I'm not trying to spread doom and gloom. I swear I'm not. I think it's coming. I don't think anybody's going to stop it. It's going to be here. We're going to see a stock market sell-off. God knows I don't want that. But the only thing I can do is to encourage you to don't fear buying Palantir and have capital on hand. because you're going to be able to get some amazing deals when this happens. I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know what's going to trigger it. I thought it was going to happen here any week now before the election. I thought there was going to be one more shake-off. I still kind of do personally. I think there's going to be some kind of little shake-off. I don't know what's going to trigger it. It may be these reports, because this report came out Friday and the market went, okay, whatever. And it just kept moving. It just kept trucking along. This week the market may go, you know, about that report Friday about the inflation and jobs, we didn't like that too much. And then something else may happen to trigger that. These are things you got to look out for. Being an investor is almost like being a detective a lot of the time. You're having to look into the future. And this is why it is risky to buy maybe companies that are, they might do all right. We don't know. A lot of us can't afford to do that right now. We have to put our money in stocks, companies that are doing amazing things, that are doing well. That's why we're talking about Palantir. Friends, I wish all of you best of luck. I really do mean that. With whatever happens, man, I hope we all make it out on the other side with a lot of Palantir, and maybe a year, 2 years from now, we're talking about a Palantir split, a 10-to-1 split. Let's talk about that. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.